to another video. So today I am going to be making canvas, and I thought it would be a good idea to take you guys along with me just so maybe you could learn something. I personally make my own canvas because it's inexpensive in the long run and it helps you customize sizes so you don't have to be constrained to the normal size canvas they sell in stores. It's also just a very satisfying process to make on your own, and I think it's a fairly good option. So these are all the supplies you're going to need. You are going to need frames, canvas cloth, a staple gun, and staples. And then you're going to need gesso and a paint brush for priming the canvas, and then a mallet to put the frames together just in case it's hard to connect. Also, you need scissors. I forgot to include that, but you need that to cut the fabric. So I started off by lining up the frames so that it replicates the size and where the frames are going to connect, and then I put them together. So there are little slits and then little parts that stick out on each part of the frame, and then you connect them so that it fits inside each other. And I had the mallet just in case because sometimes it's hard to get them to go in, and the mallet can help make sure they line up correctly. Next, you're going to want to line up your frame with the canvas. Make sure that you have the frame on the edge of the canvas cloth, not in the middle, because if you do that, you're going to waste so much fabric, and every little bit of canvas is worth it to save. So you are going to want to leave 2 to 3 inches on each side so that you have enough room to stretch and fold the canvas over the frame. Next, you staple the canvas to the frame. So I start off by doing one staple on one side and then one staple on the other side so that there is a little security when I am doing the rest. So I normally start off doing a whole frame, so I go down the entire frame. And you want to make sure that you're pulling as you do it so that you get as much of the wrinkles out and there isn't like a divot when you finish. So I do this throughout, and then once I get to the corners, I think there's a clip where I am going to show you how to properly do the corners so that it's secure. To fold the corners, you are going to open up side B and A and then push side A under side B so that it makes a little triangular edge almost. And then you are going to staple it. I staple it like 3 or 4 times just to make sure that it's secure because it's a larger chunk of fabric. So it's more likely to break the staples or the staples come out. So the next step, I think, is one of the most important steps of making your canvas. So you're going to want to cover the entire canvas with water. This is super helpful because, as you can see, the canvas is super wrinkly right now and super loose. Water helps tighten up the canvas cloth and takes a lot of the wrinkles out. I'm not sure what the science is behind it, but I swear it works. And as you can see in this, it is almost completely smooth after the water dries. This step is also a very important step. So you are going to prime your canvas with gesso. Gesso helps prepare the surface for acrylic paint. If you left it unprimed, the acrylic paint would soak into the cloth. But if you prime the canvas, you have an even surface to paint on, and the paint shows up a lot better. So as you can see, I'm just kind of pouring some all over the canvas face, and then I go in and brush it out and then add more gesso as needed. I recommend dedicating a brush just for your gesso. I do this just because it's a pain to wash out gesso and sometimes I don't always get it out. So it's nice to just have a brush dedicated to that you're not worried about ruining. And this is the beautiful final result. It was super easy to make once you have practice and it looks awesome. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I hope that you learned something or this video was at least in some way useful to you. I will have my Instagram linked in the description below. I post daily on there, so if you guys would like to keep in more contact with me and also see more of the art I do, you should definitely check that out. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.